He's a tough act to follow. I'm excited to hear what he has to say.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to the Academy, all 6,000 members of it. To all the other nominees, so many impeccable performances, not a single false note anywhere. Now, there's a few things, 3 things to my account, that I need in my life every day. Those 3 things are, number 1, something to look up to. Number two, something to look forward to. And number 3, someone to chase. Now, number 1, who do I look up to? My older brother, Ryan. Ryan, you are a brother and a friend, and the best I know of both. Ryan, along with our father, Greg, you taught me what it means to be a man, and along with our mother, Pam, you taught me, in fact, demanded me, that I respect myself, so therefore, in return, I can better respect others. Thank you for that. Now, number 2, my family. That's what I look forward to. Togetherness, gatherings, moments like these. That's what I look forward to. And number 3, my hero. That's who I chase. So growing up, I was a big superhero fan. Batman, Superman, The Flash, all those guys. So one day I asked Big Brother Ryan, I said, "Hey Ryan, who's your favorite hero?" And he thought about it real hard for a couple minutes and he said, "You know what, Evan? My hero is me." And I said, "What are you talking about, brother? You can't be your own hero." And he said, No. My hero is not me now. My hero is me in 10 years. So 10 years go by and I asked Ryan the same question. I said, "Hey Ryan, are you your own hero yet?" And he said,
"Hell no.
"Not even close." He said, "You see, Evan, every day, every minute, every year, I'm 10 years away from being my hero. I'm never actually going to be my own hero, but that's fine by me because it gives me somebody to chase." So to everybody here today, whatever it is you look up to, and whatever it is you look forward to, whatever it is you're chasing, to that I say amen. And to that I say, all right, all right. And to that I say, just keep moving. Thank you, thank you. Now, for those that don't know, that's a heavily plagiarized version of Matthew McConaughey's Oscar-winning speech for the film The Dallas Buyers Club. An actor in speech my brother and I have been obsessed with for many years. Well, everybody, it's official. The O'Connor kids are getting old, getting married, having kids, but not me. They get older, but I stay the same age. Now, I must admit, I've been working on this speech for a long time. And I must say, my original intentions was the roast of Ryan O'Connor. I was going to get up here and tell you about all the crimes and misdemeanors he's committed. I was going to tell you about all the bad things he's done to my sister Allison. I was going to pass the mic around to people like John Croce. Let him tell you about a couple music festivals they've been to. We got the Bellows family here today. They've known Ryan since he was a first grader that refused to go to school. They've got some stories to share. We got Uncle Dano here today. He might have a couple stories about some things he saw in Punta Cana. And then, of course, we got our man, Grant Bashinsky here. And Grant's one of the few people to actually know what it's kind of like to live with Ryan. But we're not going to do that. We're going to save those embarrassing stories for another night. Because tonight I want to talk about history. The history of Ryan and I. The history of Ryan and Josie. So to quote my man McConaughey again from those awesome Lincoln commercials, sometimes you gotta go back to actually move forward. And I don't mean go back and reminisce and chase ghosts. I mean go back to find out where you've been, who you are, how you got here. So let's go back. It's a long history, so I'd rather write it in. Who here came from Chicago? We got a Chicago crowd? I love Chicago. I was born there. So as many of you know, Ryan met the love of his life in Chicago. But what you may not know, that was in 1995 when he met me for the first time. And since that day I was born, I've been watching my brother very closely. Whether it was good, bad, or ugly, I was watching you, brother. I can honestly say I would have hated having a little brother like me, constantly in your business. It would have a lot in your business, actually. So again, to reference our man, McConaughey, in his autobiography, Green Lights, he refers to life like a traffic light, full of red lights, yellow lights, and if you're lucky, a whole lot of green lights. So Ryan and I's relationship growing up, all green lights. He was very good to me. He played gentle when I wanted to play gentle, or he played rough when I wanted to play a little rougher. As we got older, things got rougher. Big brother started to learn he had a little power over me. Yellow lights. I took my fair share of ass whoopings from my big brother, Ryan. Some earned, some needed, most unprovoked. But I didn't mind, that's what brothers do. And then at the end of the day, Greg would come home and beat both our asses. But I'm thankful for all those ass whoopings, Ryan. It made me the man I am today. I've been trying to get Ryan to wrestle me for the last couple years, but he's yet to accept. Now, by the time Ryan turned 16, our relationship hit a red light. From when Ryan was about 16 to 20, he was a stranger to me. He went to Ole Miss and made new friends and developed new interests. And although those years were tough, red lights, it made our next chapter all the better, green lights. So in 2012, Ryan moved in with us in North Carolina. And this is where we became best friends for real. And not in the fake, oh, we're brothers and we have to love each other kind of way. We really became best friends. And during that time, he did what all big brothers should do. Take little brother with him. He'd take me out to eat. He'd buy me and my friends beer. Pick me up from school early to take me to the movies. He even took me to John Croce's house in LA when I was 16. Maybe you should have done that. After I graduated high school, Ryan and I moved into an apartment together. Green lights. He was working at the gym and I was in film school. And by film school, I mean I was getting high and watching movies most days. Every day in that apartment was epic. The most mundane activities were fun. Going out to eat, going to the grocery store, working out, watching Mad Men. We even had a third roommate, kind of. We had Grant Bashinsky. Now, Grant was doing his 5th year of high school at the time. And Grant's quite the character, as some of you have figured out this weekend. And he provided us a lot of entertainment that year, constantly showing up to the apartment all hours of the day. After that year, I moved to California, Grant moved to Minnesota, and Ryan moved to Chicago, which leads us to our next chapter, the Josie chapter. Now, when I first met Josie, she was late. And then we were going to meet up the next day, and she was running a little bit behind that day too. And then the O'Connor family was so excited to have Ryan bring Josie to North Carolina for Christmas for the first time, and they missed their flight. But on that trip, Ryan officially went from an I to a we. So the O'Connors and Josie were staying up late, talking about the next day's breakfast and plans for that weekend. And Ryan turned to Joes and said, "Hey, Joes, how do we like our eggs?" the O'Connor family went silent. Did we hear that correctly? Yes, we did. Our boy Ryan was hooked. I think he knew he was hooked long before that. Now, before I even met Josie, I could tell Ryan really, really liked her. He would smile when he got texts from her. He would be nervous before dates. He would even cancel Uber rides if they weren't a cool enough car. As our granddad would say, he was smitten. Right from the start, the O'Connor family loved Josie right away. She's beautiful, she's smart, thoughtful, an activist, and a great cook. And we always enjoyed visiting her and Ryan in Chicago. From the very beginning of their relationship, we saw big changes in Ryan right away. He was more responsible, mature, and focused. We knew this was the girl for him. Now lastly, I could spend the next couple hours talking about how much fun the quarantine crew had living together in the pandemic of 2020. And Josie was the leader of that fun. Every night felt like a fiesta. We ate well, we drank, we danced, we laughed, we cried, and Pam, Greg, and I cried like babies when they drove back to Chicago. Now, whatever life throws at these kids, I know they are the perfect match to deal with it. Wherever they end up, the party will fall. So here's to my brother Ryan, my thunder buddy for life, my best friend, my hero, and his beautiful bride, and my new sister, Josie. And lastly, here's the green lights and catching more of them. Just keep living.